welcome back to Santos Suerte Healing. It's Al here, and today's video we are going to be talking about how to work with animal guides. Animal guides often show themselves to us when we are needing help and whenever we're needing to adapt a certain quality that they hold to guide us through whatever it is that we're going through at this moment. They can be messengers. They can also just be other spirit guides that are on our spirit team that are forming into animal guides. And that's how they show themselves to us, to let us know, like, yes, we're here with you. A lot of the times whenever I am speaking about animal guides, I think the most common question that I get is, how do I know who my animal guides are? How do I work with them? So this is going to be a very quick video because I am still learning how to work with animal guides, but I definitely always like recommending people to really pay attention to what animals are showing themselves to you on like a very frequent, almost weekly, daily basis. That's a really good indication of an animal guide that you're meant to work with. Another thing that I like to tell people is sitting in meditation, pay attention to what animal energy you're feeling, and because not everyone's a visual person. Like for me, I'm clairvoyant, so it's very easy for me to visualize things. But you know, if you're clairsentient, claircognizant, sometimes you're just gonna feel it, or you'll know who's there. If you're clairaudient, you might hear them. So it's always really good to write down what you're experiencing in that meditation. One, to validate that experience. I feel like a lot of times whenever people hear other people's meditation experiences, it can make them feel invalidated for what they were experiencing, because they feel like, oh, well, I didn't see this, I didn't have this great experience. So I feel like writing things down is a really great way to validate what you did experience, because you experienced it. Everyone's different. Everyone's intuition is just going to come in a little bit differently. Another really great way to start understanding what animal guides are working with you is to also just ask. You know, you could be walking outside, you can be in your park, and you can honestly just say, with the animal guides that are with me at this moment that I'm meant to work with, if you are able to, can you please show yourself to me? And sometimes they might show themselves to you, sometimes they might not. Pay attention to your dreams. They love to come into dreams as well. Another great way that you can always call onto your animal guides is by the use of music and dancing. Yeah, you know, a lot of ancient cultures, they would turn to animal spirits through the art of dancing and music. Usually, I think the most common ones that we always tend to think about are with indigenous cultures, and how they use drum beating to help put them into a trance-like state, so that way they were able to start taking on the personality of an animal guide. You can also draw them. So if you are feeling the energy of a lion, draw out a lion, and you can meditate with that picture of a lion and just ask, are you a guide that I am meant to work with? Are you really a guide for me, or are you just a passing messenger? I want to say that, you know, don't go in with expectations on what your animal guide is going to be. Really allow themselves to show themselves to you and to come to you. Be very open and accepting of who they are. It's the best thing that I can say. You know, there was a story that was told to me how this person was wanting to know what their animal guide was, and they went into a meditation state with them, and they thought it was going to be this like dragon or lion, and it turned out to be a wasp. And they were just like, a wasp? Like, I don't want a wasp. Who wants a wasp? And that's just who their guide was. So it can really come in the form of an insect. It can come in the form of a mythical creature. It can come in the form of, you know, an animal, a mammal that is on this earth with us. You know, you just have to really be open to the experience about it. And you can always ask your animal guides, how can I deepen my relationship with you? What are some ways that I can begin to embrace your qualities more as I go through my journey? And they'll let you know. And I think for me, because I'm a very visual learner, I often will see them in daydreams. So whenever I'm driving, I tend to notice that I always daydream that Ralph, the red-tailed hawk that I work with, he's flying into my car and he's just chilling with me in my passenger seat, making sure that I get to where I need to go safely. Yeah, I name my animal guides. It's funny. I also ask them, I'm like, what are your names? What would you like to be called? If you saw my healing journey part 2, sharing the resources, I was talking about this book that I got, Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. This is a really great book. It not only goes into what each animal spirit, what are the qualities that they hold and how you can work with them, but it also gives really great practices. Yeah, so ironically, I just flipped it and the first page that I came to was the most exercises to discover one's animal guides. You can follow the basic pattern: relaxation, entering a cave or tree, leaving the cave or tree to enter a meadow or natural area, experiencing peacefulness of nature, allowing the animal guide to enter the scene, and allowing the animal to speak to you. Its movement, sound, form, color, etc. will give you a message about its power. You may even hear its thoughts in your own. Allow it to tell you or show you how it has helped you in the past and how it will do so in the future. Give thanks to it for making itself known and ask it for some tangible confirmation in the next week or so that it is truly your animal guide. Such confirmations can come in many ways. You may see its face in markings on stone. It may come to you in a dream. You may encounter figurines, pictures, or television programs of it. But if it is truly your animal guide, there will come more confirmation of its presence in a tangible form, in a quantity that is more than a coincidence. Move back into the cave or tree and step back through it to its other entrance point, then step out from it. Take 4 or 5 slow, deep breaths and allow yourself to feel grounded and connected. Begin your verification process. Research and study the animal guide and its qualities. Meditate and contemplate on its qualities as they apply to you and your life circumstances. So you can use drums, you can use rattles. I really love this book. One of my friends, Jesse Prejean, who is a Reiki master, psychic medium, he was the one that really told me about this book. And for so long, I just kept putting it off. And I was like, I'm just going to go to Google because Google's free. But I finally saw it at my favorite store that I get all of my supplies at. And I was like, I'm buying it. Yeah. That's just some ways that I like to work with animal guides and how I started working with my animal guides. And I like asking them what their names are because, again, like I said, sometimes spirit guides will come in the form of animal guides. So if they give me a name, that's a really clear indication that it's a spirit guide that's just coming in the form of an animal for me. So I hope you guys liked this video. It was just very quick, short, wanting to send this message out there. Stay tuned because there's going to be a lot more videos coming out, and if you haven't already, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, go through, see what I've already offered, and if you like and resonated with this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and help me grow this channel. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Bye.